Hello and welcome back. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about surviving long-haul flights. If you're new to my channel, I'm Deirdre, and because I'm living in Australia and I'm a New Zealander, if we want to get anywhere practically in the world, it's a long-haul flight. But if we're going to Europe in particular, it's a really long haul. For example, the one that I'll be going on soon, the first leg is 17 hours with a 3-hour stopover and then a 7.5-hour leg into London. It's sort of 24 hours in the air and a bit on the ground. And you really do have to sort of pace yourself and not let it get to you. And I've come up with 6 main tips about handling long haul flights. You know, it isn't a matter of really the distance, it's about being stuck in that little flying tube and about trying to make something of that time. Number one, and perhaps the most important tip of all, is to handle your stress, manage it, know what it is that you need to do to stop yourself from freaking out completely before you even get to the plane. And by that I mean, do your packing early, do your planning early, give yourself a checklist, so even if you know that you've put everything in that you need to bring to get out of the country and into the next one, just have a little checklist so that you can physically check it and say, yes, I've checked off that, yes, I've got my passport, I've got all my details, I've got all the information, it's all there. And then the next step is to get yourself to the airport with lots of time. I know that there are people who can just zoom in at the last minute, jump on the plane and they're fine. That's not me. I'd rather be there with an hour to sort of wander around and have a look at duty free and do those sorts of things, and have those things done that you have to have done, like label your suitcases. You don't have too many to handle, because I've seen people struggling with 2 and 3 bags, big bags, and they're already stressed before they even get to the check-in counter. Make sure that you've done everything that you can do online, so that makes it much more relaxed as well. So effectively all you've got to do is a bag drop. These are all things that mean that you can just relax, and that's the first step, because if you're relaxed when you're going onto the flight, you're already 2 steps ahead of a lot of other people. Number 2, know what you will need to carry with you and the things that you're actually going to need on the flight. You're going to be able to have sort of a handbag and some sort of cabin bag on most flights. Now, a lot of people put their cabin bag up in the locker, and then, oh no, I need something, and they go and get it down again. Then they get it up again, and then they get it down again. Every time they do that, they block the aisle. Blocking the aisle is the worst thing you can do on a flight, because it's your safety. It's everything to do with safety and courtesy to other passengers. For example, I'll have a roll-on cabin bag that will get put up, but I have a tote, and this is my Big Mimco tote that is neoprene. It's bulletproof. No, it's not literally bulletproof, but you know what I mean. It's pretty tough, and it looks smart. It's a really great bag. And it's cavernous, it's huge. Put everything you need in that bag. For example, this is my neck rest, which my son and his wife gave me, which is so soft. I'll just snuggle up with it and go to sleep. It's beautiful. Forget being a neck rest, it's just like a sort of an excusable adult soft toy. That I will just click onto the side of my bag, of my handbag, and that can come with me. But it's those sorts of things you don't want to get stuck in your overhead locker. I will have my neck rest, a scarf that sort of goes almost as a blanket. You know, it's not really a blanket, but it means I can keep my face away from the sort of general airline stuff. I'll have my eye mask. I'll have computer, inevitably, because I'll be working, which means I'll need its charge cord. And I'll have my camera because I'll be vlogging. I'll have my phone because that's what I'll use to listen to music, my music, not necessarily what's available on the airline. I'll have my headphones and noise cancelling headphones. Then I have things like my makeup, but you see, this is what I look like all the time. This is me. I don't have a lot of makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but what I do carry are face wipes, eye wipes, and that means as soon as I'm on the plane, anything that's going to irritate me comes off, and a really thick layer of hydration goes on. Don't forget to take a book. So I've done the buy 2 get 3 thing at my local fabulous bookstore, but I'll only pick one and carry it on with me. So I'll take the Murakami. I'm dying to read this. Those are the sorts of things that you carry with your carry-on. On top of that, you must carry the information you'll need for where you're going, the address and the name of anyone you're going to. Number 3 tip is also something you're going to have in your handbag, whatever it is, you know, your small bag that can just tuck under the seat. That bag is the one that you're going to carry your water bottle. You can't take it on full, obviously, or you can't go through security with it full, but you can, of course, fill it up, get the flight attendants to fill it up for you when you get on. Now this one is really special. You put your tea in there and you get them to fill it with hot water, and look, it came with all these fabulous little teas. Like that's a lemongrass and ginger. That one is pumping pomegranate. I mean, how cool is that? These are beautiful teas from T2, and I don't know if that's anywhere but Australia, but anyway, I've got a stack of these given to me by my son and daughter-in-law, and I will be using them. So you can make your own little pot of tea. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It's what flying is all about. Number 4. Stick to a routine. Don't panic because you don't know what you're going to do. Have it thought out in your head how you will spend this time, because it's a long time to get sort of stuck in a waiting room effectively. You're in a flying waiting room. If you think about it that way, it's really depressing, but that's what it's about. The good thing is that you can plan this one and you get some entertainment along the way. I go on board, I use my little swipe wipes to clean my face, I put on my super tight compression tights. It's like getting into your PJs. You get ready to be super comfortable. Now you get to sit down and you can watch a movie, listen to some music, then you have a meal, then you're ready to sleep. You go to the bathroom, you have a bit of a walk, a bit of a stretch, you go to your seat, you settle down and you get ready for sleep. Because long haul flights, you've got to sleep. I don't take sleeping pills. A lot of people do. I prefer not to. I'm actually pretty good at sleeping on a plane. Ironically, I'm not very good at sleeping in my bed. I'm zoning out. I treat it like meditation at worst and sleep at best. Now, when you do wake up, don't forget, you must keep your legs moving. You've got to walk, you've got to wriggle your toes and your feet, because the last thing you want to do is to clot. So when you're awake, you keep drinking, you get up, you go to the bathroom, you do a loop around the cabin, do some little isometric exercises, even in your seat will make the muscles, keep them big muscles of your legs contracting so that they are working at the blood vessels and helping to keep the blood moving. I mean, I'll work, I'll read, I'll edit a video, I'll do all of those sorts of things while I'm in the air. I'll treat it like a work day. Basically, you just have to pace yourself. Number 5, and I said this before, but it's really important, have everything you will need when you land in your bag. Your passport, you'll have your pen ready to fill out anything that you need to fill out if you still do. You'll have the name and address of wherever you're going, the hotel and its address, or friends and their address. Have it written down so you can just do it. Makes it simple. And that's what all of these are about. It's making it simple. And number 6 is actually another biggie. And that's about not letting the fact that we're all squeezed in this place together get to you. You've got to remember your neighbours have the same right to be there that you do, that the crying baby has the same right to be there that you do. Do whatever you can to make it easier for you, the people around you, and for the flight attendants, who, by the way, are not service staff, they're not wait staff. They happen to do that, but the flight attendants' number 1 job is to keep you safe. So they have a huge job that we don't really see. We think that they're there to bring us our meals and order a drink or whatever. They're not. They happen to do that as well. So do whatever you can to make their lives easier. And that's about it, actually. That's sort of the immediate ones, the 6 that come to mind. Leave your comments down below and know your ideas. I mean, that's sort of a bit off the top of my head. So from now on, I'll be doing the travel with me's until I leave, and then I'll switch to vlogging. If you would like to, don't forget to subscribe and to share perhaps with your friends and family. Give me a thumbs up if you like these sorts of videos. And I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having a lovely time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.